The snow sure has made the travel difficult all throughout the 5 boroughs and into New Jersey, but we are ready for football nonetheless at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the Divisional Round of the NFL playoffs. Isaiah McKenzie now on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25. On first down, Allen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gain there for the Bills. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Play action. Now it's Allen. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And, partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And, look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Matt Milano in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Wilson. And he checks this one down to Williams. Short completion, just 4 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception.
It got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948. Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
Well, the most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 0-1, right? Raiders, Patriots, to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
You had to go to the Tucker roll, didn't you?
Yeah,
I think that's one people remember. I also know this. In Miami, the infamous one, the snowplow game. In New England, when they went out there and the Patriots had a guy come out and clear a spot on the field for their field goal kicker to kick the game winner.
Is that 82?
That was 82. and the Dolphins fans will never forget it.
Well, we're not seeing one of those famous games here, but it's fun to be in the snow nonetheless. 2nd and 2. Here's Allen. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Looking downfield for Godwin. And that is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson. Open man is Denzel Mims. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. First carry now for Alexander Madison. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. Exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Wilson. Throw caught there by Osborne. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane. And
I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Again, Madison. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Madison is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Allen now looks to throw. Flushed out right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now Allen. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across. Unable to do so.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. Here's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And out across midfield down to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. Now Allen again. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Toward the sideline, did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. First trip to the red zone for the Bills. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Allen going to throw. The left side caught by Diggs. And the Bills are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Now Allen. And it's caught. 3 yards the gain there, second down. They'll try to run with Breida, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Allen now on 3rd and goal. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Bills are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken way up at the 25. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. At their own 36-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Play action. Now Wilson. Looking downfield for Godwin. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime of this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken way up at the 25. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
The option to give to Williams here. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They hand off to their big tight end. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff. 3rd and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Strawn taking it in from a yard out. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point hung the upline a bit, but he gets it to go. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out.
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 36. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
I tell you, you don't have press conferences when you sign guys like this. But he's been a real difference maker so far. That's now 2 interceptions for him in the game. And when you're getting contributions up and down your 53-man roster, you're going to be all right.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Wilson. This one swung out to Williams. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mike Strawn, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Now left side on the swing pass. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Allen's throw is complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. Throwing right, and that's complete. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes.
Touchdown, Bills! A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. 30. The 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They run it again with Williams. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
So, Charles, you look at this offense, you think about it, you got a rookie quarterback at the helm. You're in the divisional round of the playoffs here. That head of his just has to be spinning, doesn't it?
Well, normally you'd have to say yes, but I do think that the way things went last week, how he played in the wild card win, how sensational he was, that'll stop his head from spinning. And now he's in a situation that's getting towards uncharted territory because you've got Joe Flacco, Mark Sanchez, the only 2 rookies to win 2 playoff games in 1 year. He's trying to join that company, but it's not going to be easy to get it done.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Throwing is Allen. Into the hands of Singletary. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Eluding the pressure right. Going deep for Diggs. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Flushed out right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Here's Allen. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. So now an important conversion attempt here as the Bills line up to go for 2. Allen. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Sheds off the tackle. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 50 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game